Another day, another dola. Salve sua bola. Noodles is on, so we're about to make some sides for Christmas recipes. Let's go. To begin with, this Christmas I want to try something new. I've never had Brussels sprouts, so that's what we're making. I got a packet of Brussels sprouts here, 300 grams. They're a bit on the pricey side. I got them for $29.95, $29.95, which is a bit on the pricey side because, like, if you're cooking this for like a large family, you're gonna need a lot of them. They basically look like little itty bitty cabbages. I'm going to slice them in half. I cannot imagine doing this for a large group. This would take forever. Wait, I needed to preheat my oven. I've got it at a 180 Fahrenheit. And then I'm gonna get them in a pot. Parboil them before getting them in the oven to roast. Ow, Rudolph's ears are hurting me. Rudolph, your ears. So I'm gonna fill this pot up with water, season the water, and boil them for about 8 to 10 minutes. No Brussels sprouts left behind. It has been 7 to 8 minutes, so I'm gonna take these Brussels sprouts off the stove and drain the water. I'm gonna pop them in this bowl so I can season them. Cracking in lots of black pepper. Crazy. What? Crushed garlic. A little bit of that, we don't want it to burn. Some more salt. A drizzle of olive oil. Give that a tossy toss. It can be a little bit more salt. I don't know how to explain the flavor. It's like cabbage but not. I got some Parmesan cheese that I'm gonna grate onto this. I'm going in all over with the Parmesan cheese. Make it snow. What this is gonna do is the cheese is gonna melt and then crisp up and create a nice crust for the Brussels sprouts. Or so I heard, because I never made this before. And then now I'm gonna place the Brussels sprouts, like the cut side, down. And I'm like that. Okay, this is another tedious job. Done. I want to grate some more Parmesan cheese over the top. Pop these in the oven till they're golden. The cheese is all dark and delicious. The Brussels sprouts are ready to come out. Oh my gosh, look at the crispy cheese right there. Ooh, I'm excited. They did shrink up. Let's get these Brussels sprouts onto a platter. Look at that cheesy bottom. Yum. Let's do this. Ooh, this is how our Brussels sprouts are looking. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they need a drizzle of something. I feel like a drizzle of honey will make these so yummy. Where's the honey? Honey, are you home? So I got some honey. And I'm gonna drizzle. Look at that. Because so far I'm not really liking the flavor that much. Not a fan. The honey did what needed to be done. These Brussels are sprouting. The honey definitely did what needed to be done. It would be amazing for like a prime rib. The honey. They do not taste like cabbage. It's like they're cousins with cabbage, but not really. The texture is firmer, not as sweet as a cabbage. They have a bit of bitterness, and I vibe with bitterness all the time. That's why I said it would be nice with like a prime rib steak, because it cuts through the fat and the richness. And then you get some of this. Baby, baby. These are gonna be a hit on Christmas. I'm snacking on some cherries. They have been so good this season. Put them aside. For our second sides, we make it. I'm sure you've seen them on TikTok when like people from the UK make their Sunday roast. Those crispy looking potatoes. That's what we're making. I have some peeled potatoes over here. Now, when you have a lot of people coming over and you want to know how many potatoes to make, my rule is always 1 potato per person. No matter if you're making mashed potatoes or whatever you're making, 1 potato per person. When they're large, these ones are not large, they're pretty small. Then I'm gonna quarter them down that way and that way. You guessed it. We're gonna boil these poppies. I don't boil them until they like cook to the point of like you're making mashed potato. You want them to still have some integrity in them. So a fork tender, but it's okay if they still have a bit of firmness in them, because remember, they're also going in the oven. Your oven is gonna be waking. You better wake up. It's gonna be working on overdrive on Christmas. It always is. I've seen some people do these also in the air fryer to cut time, but you know, an air fryer is small, so when you're making large portions, that's not gonna happen. So let's boil these. The potatoes are nice and cooked, like they firm, they soft, fork tender, but still a bit firm. So I'm gonna drain these, let them dry out all the liquid first. What I usually like to do is place them on the still hot plate that has residual heat, so they dry out all the water. That's what's gonna help them crisp up. You don't. A bus is passing by. A bus is passing by, and it's hella loud. It is loud. A loud bus is passing by. While the potatoes are drying out, we need to heat up our ovens. I feel like I'm a presenter speaking like that. While the oven is heating up, not the oven is heating up. While the potatoes are drying out, that's the word. I'm gonna heat up some oil in the pan that I'm gonna roast the potatoes in. The tab bit of oil is heating up in the oven. You want the pan to be screaming hot, the oil to be hot. So the potatoes, gonna give them a nice dusting of corn flour, Lazina. That's also gonna help them crisp up. Put the lid on and shake the pot like this. You want them to get bruised a bit, so that it becomes nice and crisp and delicious. Rigorously, let's go. You see what they're looking like, all smashed up in there. The oily pan comes out of the oven. Some butter. You can see it's hot. Some rosemary to flavor. 2 smashed up garlic cloves, skin and all. Making sure all of the potatoes are covered in the butter. I might have gone overboard with the butter and oil. I did too much. Certainly did too much. Should I strain some of it? I probably should. Swimming. I'm trying to. Much better. Then pop them in the oven until they're golden and crispy. You might need to turn them. As you've noticed, I haven't seasoned them yet. I like to season them towards the end because salt draws out moisture into the oven they go. Let's check on our potatoes to see if they need turning. Turn them around. I think I need to turn the heat up too. At this point that they're halfway like this is when I like to season them. Sea salt. And they're back in the oven. Look at our potatoes. Potatoes. Get them into a serving dish. Onto that. Our second Christmas side dish. Join in the Brussels sprouts. Look at them. Next up on the side dish menu are inexpensive but very effective green beans. I got this 700 grams of green beans for, yes, 14.95, so basically 15 rands. So as I said, you go a bit high, a bit low, but we're balancing it out because Christmas is going to be delicious. Just lining them up and removing those bits like so. Okay, popping them in the colander for the thorough bath. We are going to blanch the green beans, so fill the pot up with water, season the water, salt, let them come up to a boil, and then we're gonna shock them. And now that I have been cooking the green beans 10 minutes, they've been boiling 7 to 10 minutes, I need to start the cooking process expeditiously. I'm gonna grab them from the hot water straight into this ice bath. That's gonna stop the cooking process immediately. It's just water with lots of ice. It keeps your veggies like the nice color that they are also. Let's finish off the green beans by adding some oil to a hot pan, a knob of butter, crush in 2 garlic cloves, 2 chopped up red chilies. If you don't like the heat, take out the seeds. The cooled green beans. Oh, the chili got me. Crack in some salt. Allow all of that to coat your green beans. You remember they cooked, so you just want them to coat and the flavor to amalgamate. After cooking these for about 5 minutes, they are done. Place them on a serving plate. No limp green bean over here. Getting all of that goodness onto them. A dusting of some cheese. Voila, you have your 3 Christmas side dishes right over here. Your potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and green beans. These sopping up the chicken gravy I've been made in the previous video. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. And ladies and gentlemen, there we have our 3 Christmas side dishes ready for you, easy to make. Thank you for joining me on Manosi Eats. Please like this video, it really helps me out a lot, and subscribe if you're new here. I would love to have you as part of the family. Manosi Eats signing out.